Hey guys, today I wanted to take a moment to talk about some challenges that I experienced with my recovery and things that I did to work through those challenges. If you can just do me a favor and like and subscribe down at the bottom and put any questions that you have about anything you'd like me to go over in the future. So I would say biggest challenges for me was one, the reading. I put off the reading. I have I'm dyslexic, so I'm pretty intelligent, but it's very difficult when it comes to comprehension and reading in general. So I had to really force myself, and then because I was having sensory motor OCD, it was like the more that I would try to read, it would almost make me more and more uncomfortable, to be honest. So I would say the biggest one at first was just doing the reading, was gaining the knowledge. The next one was understanding what OCD was, and diving into like its way to maneuver and how it can change, and not knowing it's, if you go into a fight, this is just an example, but if you don't know your opponent, you'll lose the battle. I mean, almost every time. I mean, maybe 50% of the time, maybe you'll get lucky, right? But know yourself, know your opponent, and you'll win every battle, right? So what I'll say is, my learning that aspect, I had to really get stuck to put myself in a situation where I was forced to learn. That I would say that was my next biggest barrier, and the group really helped. The channel, the YouTube channel, Rob, Nick, and then just experience. That's not something you're just going to gain over time. Gain quickly. That's something that's going to take time. And I would say the next challenge for me was addiction. I do love to drink. I still will drink sometimes, but I used to be compulsively all the time, nonstop, every single day. Cigarettes, I would smoke cigarettes all the time. Not that cigarettes are actually bad, but they're kind of bad. Substance abuse, pornography, just a very, very compulsive behaviors, essentially. Overeating too. I would definitely overeat. I would overeat a lot. So just identifying my compulsive behaviors and not doing them. Exercising is good, right? But doing exercise in order to make yourself stop from having anxiety isn't. It's a healthy distraction, but it's not going to be something that's gonna just go away. Like by exercising, you're not going to exercise yourself into recovery. It's not going to work. For a while, it may help you some, and it's good for your mental, but it's not going to help with OCD. Really, it's going to just help give you maybe a little bit more energy. You know what I'm saying? Now the next challenge I would say is my low frustration tolerance. I was a pussy, pardon French, but man, I just was a pansy. I was just so afraid to be uncomfortable. I was so afraid of being uncomfortable. I just avoided everything. I wanted, anytime there was something that would come, I would just dodge. I was so afraid of public speaking. So afraid of public speaking, to the point where at my job, when they would ask me to do public speaking in front of, 100 or 200 people, I would just be like, oh, I'm sick, I can't. I would try to avoid being uncomfortable, and I did it for years with so many things, and long term, that's what really got me stuck. That's what really made it bad, is just avoiding everything forever, and just not being willing to be uncomfortable. Okay, so you have to be willing to be uncomfortable. You got to put yourself in those situations. Okay, and then I would say last challenge was finding the right person to help me. I did EMDR therapy, hypnotism, I did ketamine treatments, hallucinogenics, self-medicated with drugs, alcohol. I exercised out the ass. I did every single diet that you can freaking imagine. I went to psychoanalysts, like therapists. I did all this different types of therapy, cognitive behavioral therapy. I went to a neurolinguistic programmer. I mean, I spent probably $10,000 to $20,000 on therapies and medications, and it was all crap. None of it helped. Finding someone who actually knows what they're talking about. When I did that, I did one session with Rob, for example, and he gave me more advice that was better for OCD than every single one of those mother effers combined. So working with the right person and working with someone who actually knows what they're talking about, how to deal with your disorder. That was one of the biggest things. But anyways, well, I hope you guys have a great day, and I appreciate your time. Thank you.